Please rise for the arrival of the official party. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I am HM1 Shooty on behalf of the Commanding Officer of Field Medical Training Battalion. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of Field Medical Service Technician Class 2015040 and the 65th birthday celebration of Field Medical Training Battalion. Today's ceremony will be led by the class leadership. The company first sergeant is HM1 Patterson. The company gunnery sergeant is HM1 Kuntz. The platoon sergeants are, for first platoon, HM2 Acosta, and second platoon, HM2 McDermott. The color sergeant is HM2 Edwards. The remainder of the color guard are staff of Field Medical Training Battalion.
All present! Stay platoon, all present! Oh! Company! Freeze it! Arm! Company! Order! Arm!
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem and the invocation.
March on the colors!
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Commander Aaron Kleiman, Chaplain, Field Medical Training Battalion, will now deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Master of Legions, thank you for bringing us to this, the 65th anniversary graduation of Field Medical Training Battalion West. Since 1950, this schoolhouse has prepared sailors to serve as combat and medical providers to Marines. These chosen few hospital corpsmen have returned countless Marines to the fight and to life. Over the past 8 weeks, the young men before us trained intensely. They were challenged academically and physically, and even had to dodge a few rattlesnakes. As they joined the long line of devil docs from this great institution, we ask your blessings today. God bless the United States of America. So long as she stands, she will need the United States Marine Corps. God bless the United States Marine Corps. As long as Marines fight, they will need devil docs. God bless Field Medical Training Battalion West. This battalion is only as good as the 8404 corpsmen it trains. God bless Class 2015040. May they live up to the example of their instructors and those who have gone before. And may they never fail the Marines you entrust to their care. Let us say, Amen.
Please be seated. I would like to introduce the commanding officer of Field Medical Training Battalion, Captain Dan Cornwell.
Good morning, Field Medical Training Battalion. I love this job, I really do. I know I sound like a broken record to some of the staff, but I am the luckiest man in Navy and Marine Corps medicine. This is a great job, a great opportunity for me to lead these young men and to work with some of the greatest professionals I've ever seen. Admiral Jeffries, Carol, Sergeant Major Castle, Sergeant Major Munson, Mayor Wood, Dr. Cornwell, Olivia, Sydney, Alan, Barbara, commanding officers, XOs, CMCs, Sergeant Majors, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Welcome to the graduation of Field Medical Service Technician Class 2015 TAC 040. We have a great show prepared for you today. Not only are we graduating these fine young men standing in front of you, but we're celebrating a birthday, our birthday. Today, September 2015, FMTB West is 65 years young. We opened our doors September 1950 and have grown bigger and better with each passing day, and we look forward to the next 65. Many of the people that you will meet today are part of the Pendleton family. They all have bloodlines that can be traced back to Field Med School. Camp Pendleton was established in 1942. Just 8 short years later, in 1950, it gave birth to Field Med School. I am blessed and honored to be part of that family. This year marks 40 years of service for me. I enlisted May of '75. I attended Corps School and Field Med School summer of '76, then joined the family at Naval Hospital Camp Pendleton. The Pendleton family story is very similar to many in the crowd today. At this time, I'd like to recognize all past FMTB staff members. This is a surprise to them. So would you please stand and make your way to center stage, please. Everybody up. Come right up here, right up here. I know, we love surprises, don't we? Yes, yes, yes. We all want to personally thank you for paving the way and allowing us to carry on the legacy of the 8404 Corpsmen. Because of your hard work and dedication, you provided the foundation for us to build upon. Thank you all very, very much. We couldn't be more proud. Thank you. You can have a seat. And the winner is, yeah. Look underneath your seat. There should be a card. Yes, yes, yes. See, I get the fun speech today. I'm the interactive guy. There's going to be some audience and participation here in a little bit, so this is going to be a fun day. Today's a very special day, not only for the graduates and their family members, but for all FMTB staff, past and present. Before we start, I need to recognize some very special organizations. 1st Marine Division, 1st Marine Special Operations Battalion, 1st Medical Battalion, Forward Resuscitative Surgical Team, Shock Trauma Platoon, 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, 1st Reconnaissance Battalion, 1st Light Armor Reconnaissance Battalion, 3rd Amphibious Assault Battalion, 4th Tank Battalion, 11th Marine Regiment, Branch Health Clinic 21 Area, Strategic Operations, Navy Region Southwest Band, Marine Corps Installation West, Security Battalion, and the Marine Corps Mechanized Museum. Thank you for all your support to make our special day a huge success. On a personal note, another surprise, a very special thanks to Admiral Jeffries. He gave me my first leadership opportunity as the OIC, Officer in Charge of Branch Medical Clinic, Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma, Arizona. That was 12 years ago. It was that job that made my career and is the reason I'm standing here today. So Admiral Jeffries, again, thank you for your trust and confidence, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think we're thank you'd out. I'm hoping I got everyone. There has been so many people and organizations that joined in and did all the heavy lifting to ensure today is a success. I can't thank you enough, and most importantly, a big thank you to the staff and students. We started this evolution 9 months ago. Everyone worked so hard to make our house ready for you. I do hope you take advantage. Please walk about, look at the displays, and ask questions. We're here for you. Grad week is always a fun week. Lots of moving parts, lots of practice, but more importantly, lots of smiles. I was approached by a few of the students asking, "Captain, my parents are coming, and they're very proud and very excited. They will probably stand up and do a shout out. Is that okay?" I said, "I'm betting there are many proud parents and loved ones attending today. So, if we do have any proud parents and loved ones in the audience, this would be the time to stand up and say hello." Anybody? I told you I had the fun speech, so thank you very much. We're all very proud of these young men. As mentioned, this is our 65th year of service through education. We learn today so we may lead tomorrow. During the summer of 1950, Field Medical Service School was formally established, and by the fall of 1950, the first class of Fleet Marine Force Corpsmen graduated, all assigned to Marine Corps units headed to Korea. However, before the formal school was established, the hospital corpsmen had a very special relationship with the Marine Corps, starting in 1898. When they were assigned to the Marine Corps Expeditionary Battalion, which landed at Guantanamo Bay during the Spanish-American War. So please join me in applauding 65 years of service through education and 117 years of service between our Marines and Hospital Corps. Also, please join me in a special acknowledgement to the Military Order of the Purple Heart, the Navy League's Tri-City Council, Pacific Marine Credit Union, and Navy Federal Credit Union for their continued support of our students and staff. Thank you. I know many of you have traveled a great distance to join in the celebration and show your support for these brave young men. For the family members, I want to personally thank you for entrusting your loved ones to our training and care. These young men are the best and brightest this country has to offer. They are the next generation of heroes serving with the greatest fighting force on this planet, the United States Marine Corps. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of them. They have been tested physically, mentally, and emotionally. I understand the challenges these young men have gone through. I, too, along with many in our audience today, are graduates of this fine institution. There have been many changes since I graduated, but the goal remains the same: provide the highest quality of instruction in order to save the lives of our Marine Corps brothers. The staff that you will meet today are the heart and soul of Field Med School. They are great Americans and true heroes. They are the best of the best, all battle tested with significant combat experience. They have passed their experiences, their stories, their training to each student through mentorship, guidance, and hands-on training to mold the next generation. Again, on a personal note, working at FMTB West is an honor and privilege. Working with the best of the best from the Navy and Marine Corps is an opportunity of a career and a lifetime. These young professionals are dedicated to the mission and future of the Navy and Marine Corps Medicine team. Our family, is focused on mission success and the success of our shipmates, the sailor and Marine standing to our right and left. Leadership at all levels is engaged and tuned into the issues of today and challenges of the future. Our organization is a shining example of what leadership, teamwork, fairness, and respect will accomplish. Our future is very, very bright. So please join me in applauding the FMTB staff for making a difference. Thank you, FMTB. Class 2015 TAC 040, congratulations on completing this step in your career. You are about to enter a brotherhood that has no equal, the 8404 FMF Corpsmen. Never forget, it's a privilege to wear the uniform of this great nation, serving the Navy and Marine Corps, the greatest country in the world, to protect and provide the freedom we cherish so deeply. But it's an honor to be called Doc, to be a hospital corpsman, to put your shipmate's life above yours, a promise to care for the sick and injured. You have a legacy to uphold because you are the example of what's good and honorable in this world. Continue to learn and train, use the tools we have provided you. Always remember your core values, honor, courage, commitment, and remember, your life and career has no limits. Go forward and do great things. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Command Master Chief Mike Smith. Currently the Command Master Chief for 1st MEF and a former Command Master Chief of Field Medical Training Battalion West. Please refer to the program for his full bio. He will now introduce our guest speaker.
Good morning, everyone. It's an exceptional privilege to be here today to address all of you and to stand in front of this class. I will tell you it's pretty much about 20 years exactly that I too graduated from this class in 1995. And like the captain said, I will have to tell you becoming an 8404 was definitely a springboard to my career. And I can only say thank you to many of the instructor staff that are here today. They've been great mentors of mine. And you know, as a sailor, a FMF sailor, an 8404, you know, it is a privilege to work beside our brothers in the Marine Corps. And that Navy Marine Corps team, I can tell you, has never been stronger. And again, not only was it a privilege to attend this school, but 6 years ago, I was the Command Master Chief here with then XO Commander Cornwell. And it was just a milestone in my career to be able to come back and work and train my fellow replacements. And I will tell you, somewhere in this audience are many future Command Master Chiefs. And I will just tell you that the Navy, much like life, is about opportunity. And as long as you reach out and grasp that opportunity, you will be rewarded. So again, I tell you, it is certainly within your possibility that one day one of you will be the 1 MEF Command Master Chief. And I challenge you to make that a career goal, because it's just unbelievably rewarding. With that, it is my distinct pleasure just to introduce our guest speaker today, Sergeant Major Brad Castle. He is the stellar Marine. He is my battle buddy, and he represents the Marine Corps well, beyond well in his functions. It is a privilege to be able to work with him, and I would ask you to refer to his bio in the program. He has a stellar and exceptional career. With that, Sergeant Major Castle, please. It's my pleasure to introduce you as our guest speaker today.
We'll work on those drill movements there. Captain Cornwell, in his comments, singled out everyone and thanked them for coming and welcome. So I'm going to, for the sake of timing, I'm just going to say welcome to everyone for coming and thank you for being here. I tell you, several months ago, I think it was back in April, Captain Cornwell and Master Chief insignia asked me to come and speak for today. And usually my schedule is pretty hectic, but I penciled this day in as a known commitment because it was important to me to come to speak to such a distinguished and, in my opinion, a very important group of individuals. And honored to be here. A couple of weeks ago, I came over to Field Medical Training Battalion and paid a command visit. And I've got to tell you, in my office, my desk is usually pretty unorganized. But then I met Captain Cornwell at his desk, and I felt a lot better. But the Navy Marine Corps team is one that through history has fought and won our nation's battles. And everywhere you see a U.S. Marine in battle, you will see from beginning to end, through completion of mission accomplishment, a U.S. Navy Corpsman. That is the bond that ties U.S. Marine and U.S. Navy Corpsmen and forges us as a unique, very special fighting organization. And I tell you, to all of the gentlemen that's in the formation, your official title is Hospital Corpsman or FMF Corpsman. But your unofficial title, which you have to earn, and is a sign of respect that is given by Marines, is Doc. And you know that when you get to your unit, and you work hard, and you apply the skills that you're supposed to apply, you were taught here, you will continue to be taught, and those Marines gain your trust. And they call you Doc for the first time?
Good shit, sir.
When they call you Doc for the first time, that is when you know that you have arrived. And those Marines trust you because they're going to depend on you. And there's going to be times they will need you. And you know that you have accepted that responsibility when you refer to those Marines as your Marines. Because they are your Marines. They belong to you. It is your responsibility as their Doc to take care of them. And I want to share just two stories. In 31 years of service to the United States Marine Corps, working beside the United States Navy Corpsmen, I could share hundreds of stories. But there's two I want to single out that kind of exemplifies what I just mentioned. One, the date was September 15th of 2004. I was out on a patrol. I was the first sergeant with Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 1st Marines. And I was out on a patrol when a call came over the radio of a mass casualty. One of my teams, who was out on patrol, got hit by an IED, multiple 155 millimeter shells in a cart. One of my teams who was out on patrol got hit by an IED. So I left where I was at and went to the scene, but they already medevac and already had the situation under control. And the Marines who were on the scene told me what happened that day. And what happened was a CAT vehicle, a Humvee, a armored vehicle, with 4 individuals and 5 individuals inside, 1 in a turret, 4 down below. The Marine in the turret unfortunately lost his life, Corporal Stephen Rentamaki. The driver, the section leader, the ammo man, and the 4th passenger down below, Doc Angel Rosario. I'll refer to him as Doc because that's what we call him. All 4 of those were severely wounded. the other Marines who aided to set up security, they aided in the evacuation and the casualty care, pulled the 5 individuals, one KIA, pulled the 4 wounded out. But Dr. Serio, who was probably one of the most severely wounded, asked the Marines to prop him up against the side of the Humvee. And propped up against the side of the Humvee, he asked his Marines to put the other Marines within sight of him. And he provided his medical kit, and he gave instructions to each Marine how to render and apply, in one case, life-saving methods for those other 3 wounded. And only after he did that, and those 3 injured Marines were stabilized and taken care of, did he then allow someone to work on him. And then all 4 were CASEVAC back to Bravo Surgical Group. The second story I'd like to share is a few months later, in November 13, 2004, when I myself, for the second time, was wounded, and I was 2 hours laying bleeding out. And to be honest with you, if I was to tell the whole story, I really thought that was it. I really thought I was not going to make it. It was the bottom line. But when I did get pulled out, the first individual I saw was a Navy corpsman. And as soon as I saw him, I knew everything was going to be all right. Because of the trust and the faith that I had in those individuals. And then the last story was when I got CASEVAC back to NTQ Field Hospital. I thought my leg was going to be amputated. But the doc who was there, who performed the surgery, when I woke up, expecting to lose that body part, it was still there, and he told me that he is going to let doctors at Bethesda make the decision because I was still getting blood to the foot. That was what's called hope, when there wasn't hope. That's the power that these individuals standing in formation have. And that's why we Marines refer to them as Doc, and we need them to accept us and to make us their Marines. But we don't need, in the battlefield is what gets all the glory and the attention, but we don't need you just to focus on the battlefield, because some of you may never see it. We need you just as importantly back here in peacetime and in training. Because we are an inherently dangerous business. And some of you will treat equally serious cases here. We need you every day to bring your A game. Every day to practice your skill and make yourself better, so if that day comes, you have that power to heal and that power to give hope and faith. That's how important you are. And we deal with things such as suicide and other issues that you can have a big impact on every day, every single day you wake up, checking on the mental and the physical health and well-being of your Marines. That's what we need from our docs. And families that are here to this graduation, that's how important, how revered, how respected, and the high expectations for all of these young sailors standing in this formation. Docs, we Marines love you. Now, go earn it. Rock. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to introduce Command Master Chief Padawan. Currently Command Master Chief for 1st MLG, he is a former Command Master Chief of Field Medical Training Battalion West. Please refer to the program for his full bio. He will preside over the cake cutting ceremony.
Company, attend, hey! Parade, rest! Company, attend, hey!
March on the cake. The first piece of cake is given to the oldest Fleet Marine Force Corpsman present, signifying the honor and respect accorded to experience and seniority. Ladies and gentlemen, today's senior FMF Corpsman is Captain Larry Sorensen, Medical Service Corps, United States Navy, retired. Agent Sorensen graduated Corps School in 1966 and Field Medical Service School in 1967. Upon graduating, he was assigned to 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marine Division, deployed in Republic of Vietnam from June 1967 to June 1968. Captain Sorensen served 43 years in the Navy. Over half of those years were with operational forces. Cut the cake.
Thank you.
Symbolically, the oldest FMF Corpsman present passes a piece of cake to the youngest FMF Corpsman present, signifying the passing of experience and knowledge from old to the young. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Junior Fleet Marine Force Corpsman is Agent Kevin Dancy. Agent Dancy
graduated Corps School in March 2015 and will be graduating today and checking in to Naval Hospital Camp Pendleton. Post the cake.
Hooray! Rest!
At this time, the Military Order of the Purple Heart will present the Commanding Officer and Command Master Chief a gift to commemorate the 65th anniversary of Field Medical Training Battalion West.
One more, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, going forward.
For today's graduation, we would like to recognize those students who have excelled in several categories during the training cycle. First being the honor graduate, who has displayed hard work and dedication by obtaining the highest grade point average in the company. Next, we have the platoon and company high physical fitness assessment and physical fitness test student. For the physical fitness assessment, also known as the Navy PFA, the student had to perform push-ups, curl-ups, and a 1.5 mile timed run. For the physical fitness test, also known as the Marine Corps PFT, the student had to perform pull-ups, crunches, and a 3 mile timed run. We also have the Motivation Award, given to that one student per platoon who maintained the highest level of motivation and encouragement to his shipmates during the training cycle. Lastly, we have the Outstanding Leadership Award, given to that one sailor who has shown excellence in leading and inspiring his fellow shipmates throughout the training cycle. The honor graduate is HM1 Kuntz, who accumulated a high grade point average of 98%. The honor graduate is receiving a plaque from Mr. Bill McDonald, representing the Tri-City Navy League, and Joseph Martin, representing Navy Federal Credit Union, for a job well done. If you look from left to right, we will recognize the platoon and company high PFA PFT awardees. We ask that you hold your applause until after all awardees have been recognized. From 1st Platoon, HM3 Bagis was the company's most physically fit sailor. For the PFA, he scored an outstanding by performing 93 push-ups, 117 curl-ups, and a 1.5 mile time of 9 minutes and 44 seconds. For the PFT, he scored a 300 for a first class by performing 22 pull-ups, 117 crunches, and a 3-mile timed run of 17 minutes and 46 seconds. From 1st Platoon, we have H.N. Anderson. From 2nd Platoon, we have H.N. Molina. If you look from left to right again, we will now recognize the Platoon Motivation Awardees. From 1st Platoon, we have H.N. Chastain. From 2nd Platoon, we have H.N. Lake. The recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award is HM1 Kuntz from 1st Platoon. The award will be presented by the Military Order of the Purple Heart, North San Diego County, Chapter 493. The award is being presented by First Sergeant Retired David Jackson of the North San Diego County of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 493. David Jackson entered the U.S. Army in 1966, assigned to the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He deployed to Vietnam in December 1967 and was wounded in March 1968. He retired in 2009 with 28 years of military service. First Sergeant Jackson is currently Region 6 Commander, Military Order of the Purple Heart, and resides in Bakersfield, California with his wife, Rosa. Ladies and gentlemen, the Company High Graduate, High PFA PFT, Motivational and Outstanding Leadership Awardees of Class 2015040. Thank you.
Company, active, high!
At this time, the company leadership will now present the Commanding Officer and Command Master Chief the Legacy Plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Chief Tran will relieve the class commander and platoon commanders of their duties. Standing in front of their respective platoons are your graduates' platoon advisors. These fine sailors and Marines have spent the past 8 weeks mentoring and training your graduates. The company chief is Chief Tran, and the platoon advisors for 1st Platoon are Sergeant Sophian, HM2 Hoff, and Corporal Eduardo. The platoon advisors for 2nd Platoon are HM1 Corpus, HM1 Rivera, HM2 Edwards, who is in the color guard, HM2 Stewart, who is also in the color guard, Sergeant Nall, and Corporal Long. Earlier this week, the students of Class 2015040 were given the opportunity to vote on who they found to be the most motivating instructor throughout the entire training cycle. And the votes are in. And the students would like to recognize Sergeant Nall as the most motivating instructor. The Command Master Chief Insigne, will hand him the Moto Bat, and a representative from Pacific Marine Credit Union will present a gift as a token for a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, the platoon advisors for Class 2015040. Thank you. The next portion of our graduation is the shielding ceremony. The shielding ceremony is a time-honored tradition which concludes the General Duty Corpsman transition to the Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. For more than 50 years, the title Pharmacist Mate and the Red Geneva Cross had marked corpsmen serving with the Marine Corps Operating Forces. On 2nd April 1948, the Navy changed the title and insignia of the hospital corpsman to the titles known today. Sailors bound for service with the Marine Corps attend training at Field Medical Training Battalion, and upon completion earn the Navy Enlisted Classification Code 8404, and are presented their medical shield. The shield is metallic and black. It is 1 inch wide and 1 inch high. It is adorned with the caduceus centered. It shall be placed vertically, centered on the point of the left collar. The shield is worn today by hospital corpsmen worldwide serving with the Fleet Marine Forces and is a symbol of their daily service to the Corps and their proud naval history. The next portion of our ceremony will be the traditional function of retiring the guidons. The platoon guides have been carrying the guidons for their respective platoons during the training cycle to identify and express unit integrity, motivation, and esprit de corps.
Right! Out!
The guidons will now be returned to their platoon advisors. Please rise as we retire the colors and remain standing for the playing of Anchors Away and the Marines Hymn.
Retire the colors!
Please be seated. Chief Tran will now have the platoon advisors dismiss their platoons, and that will conclude our graduation ceremony. Immediately following, please enjoy the FMTB West open house and free birthday cake. Cupcakes are staged throughout the displays. Please help yourself. And thanks again for sharing in our celebration.
Platoon advisors, dismiss your platoon! Aye, aye, Chief!